Indian Air Force Chief's big remark that has come in on the success of Operation Sindoor. Operation Sindoor was the most significant operation of the year after the Pehalgam attack is what he said. And as he continued to add that the longest kill we have achieved was more than 300 kilometers in the territory. Full freedom that was given to the forces. It will go on in history as one war that started with a goal and a call that was taken by the nation on to ceasefire. Robust air defense infrastructure worked out to be a game changer. Indian Air Force Chief lauding the combat capabilities of our forces and also in the way Operation Sindoor was carried out by our forces. Listen into that statement. All right, Shivani Sharma will join us shortly to take us through the details of that statement. But there you see how the Indian Air Force Chief has lauded our forces in the manner that Operation Sindoor was carried out by our forces, saying that this is one of the most significant operations of the year after the Pehalgam attack. Most importantly, in the manner in which it was carried out, where he said that the longest kill we achieved was of more than 300 kilometers in their territory. And that too very targeted operations that were conducted by the Indian Air Force, where he's also gone on to add and speak for the center of how full freedom was given to our forces in the manner in which this operation was conducted. He said that this will go down in history as one of those wars that started with a goal and a call that was taken by the nation on to ceasefire. Now, we've seen the kind of politics as it has happened, especially when it came to ceasefire. We understand how Pakistan was begging to India for ceasefire and the kind of damage that was caused onto their side in the 4 days of the operation. And US might have tried to claim credit, but all those claims that eventually fell flat, as India was very clear in its position that it was India and only India that had taken a decision, and Pakistan came begging on their knees to call for ceasefire. Here is the Indian Air Force Chief lauding our forces in the manner in which Operation Sindoor was carried out, saying that robust air defense infrastructure worked out to be a game changer. Now, this once again speaks of our combat capabilities and how India is only improving and beating our adversaries when it comes to not just in the form of technology, but even in the way the weaponry and our forces are now strategizing the defense capabilities. Big statement coming in from the Indian Air Force Chief, who said that this is a war that will go down in history for the reason that it started with a very clear goal, which was revenge of the Pehalgam attack. It was called Operation Sindoor for a reason. And our forces went out with that very clear intent to teach the adversary a lesson. And it was a targeted operation, not something where an attack was just carried out, but carefully targeting their air bases, carefully targeting terror camps in Pakistan that have been functioning for decades to carry out these proxy wars against India. And Indian Air Force Chief going on to add that the longest kill was 300 kilometers in Pakistan's territory. But most importantly, the statement that came in from him where he said that full freedom was given to the forces. Now, this is pertinent because there have been several complaints in the past, especially in terms of how the forces were asked to pull back. And that had contrary consequences. But here the Indian Air Force Chief saying that we were given full freedom in the way we carried out this operation. And that is what led to a successful operation. And this is a war that will go down in history, the most successful military operation that was conducted this year.